I'm a full-time postal carrier that flips furniture on the side in order to make extra money for my family. I give as many tips and tricks as I have up my sleeve in order for other people to do the same. I pick up furniture whether I need it or not in all of the places I possibly can. Yard sales, garage sales, antique malls, thrift stores. I'll dumpster dive. I ain't too proud because in the furniture world, there is no greater win than when you pick something out of somebody's trash can, put some paint on it, fix it up, and then turn around and sell it for a profit of about $300. The first thing I do on every piece is stand back and assess what I'm going to do with it. Do I need to take the hardware off? Am I going to sand the top? How much cleaning am I going to have to do? What do I need to do to it in order to make some moolah? This piece is super plain Jane across the front. There is no detail, there is no dimension, there is no creativity. So we're going to put some in there. So there's a company called WoodUBend, and they make these wooden scrolls. They make all kinds of little molds, but I happen to have these in my arsenal today. And I have just enough to go across the front of these drawers. Come on, let's have some fun. I broke it. I broke it. I wasn't gentle. But it's okay, because I can fix it. I just hate always having to fix stuff. Be more gentle, Christy. Mother of pizza. I didn't film that at all. What I did here was I warmed this up so it's kind of bendy. Put some Tite Bond on it and I stuck it here. We're eyeballing this and hoping it works. We're going to be more gentle getting this one out of the package.
You were sure you're recording?
Yes.
The amount of times you've done that.
I know, right?
Oh, wait, just a little.
The one time. So now that my WoodUBend is sitting here drying, I have decided I don't like the hardware. It's just not quite right. It's too clunky, it's too big. Ideally, I would have decided this before I glued the WoodUBend on. And also probably not mess with it while it's still drying. But y'all know me, I can't wait. We're gonna cover up the old holes and poke new ones. Now to make the measurement easy on myself, I'm gonna go ahead and poke the new holes before I cover up the old ones. We're just gonna go right smack dab in the middle. Using Dixie Belle mud to cover up these holes with a curvy popsicle stick. A quick tip when you're using water-based wood filler like this is to put a little extra on top of whatever hole that you're filling because it's going to shrink as it dries. And that's really annoying when you're having to come back and add more and sand back and add more and sand back. Another thing I highly recommend if you're going to side hustle doing furniture is to make friends that are also doing the same thing. This is my gorgeous and sweet friend LaDon from LaDon's Recreations in Waxahachie, Texas, and she is a true artist. She's one of my go-to people when I'm stumped on a piece of furniture and don't know what to do. She has this really cool technique she uses where you do a 50-50 water vinegar mix. You put it in a spray bottle, and I couldn't remember the rest, so I had to call her up and say, LaDon, how do I do this? Not only was she going to help me out, but she pulled out her stuff and did a full-on tutorial while we were FaceTiming each other. So basically what she said to do is to get your first color and paint it on. Let it dry. Then come back with your second color, and while it is still wet, you spray it with this mix, and the color starts to separate. After playing around with some color patterns, I decided to go with Dixie Belle's chalk paint in Lemonade, and then come back over it with their Antebellum blue. What I found out worked for me was to paint an entire side or front panel, and then spray it with the 50-50 water vinegar mix. It takes just a couple of minutes before the paint starts to separate, and you see those underlying layers come through. You can stick with just 2 layers like I did, or you could do multiple layers and just have fun with it. So between the copper gilding wax, the WoodUBend, the wood stain top, and my friend LaDon sharing her secret of the 50-50 water vinegar mix, which she also told me I could make this YouTube with, I feel like this piece was an absolute success. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments.